Guys, how are we doing? Welcome to, I have no idea what day of the week it is. Wednesday. Lisa, she's on. So, yeah, thanks for everyone who tuned in to last night's webinar. Anyone who didn't, who is still thinking about making the jump and joining us, I've just posted the link in the group, and that £50 off discount that makes it $149 is going to stay live until I stop talking and finish this morning live on goal setting, okay? So if you're still thinking about it, you still want to jump in, the link's there. Any of you guys got friends and family that are sitting on the fence, fire it over to them, and let's get started. So, two things I want to discuss today. We're going to discuss SMART goals. I do apologise for the sinuses, they're still really bad. Initially, and then I'm also going to discuss feelings, okay? Because this is a big thing that I think people need to focus on. So, this was triggered by a post in the private client group yesterday, okay? And the post said, does anybody else very often just not feel like eating? Okay, and then there was another post that said, does anyone in the group feel like constantly eating all their kids' chocolates? Okay, now feelings is a word to discuss, okay, because if you are all about your feelings and you constantly just follow them, that is where you will fail, okay? Goals are strong, strategy is strong, targets are strong, scheduling is strong, adherence, motivation, sticking to it, all those things are strong, okay? If you are controlled by your feelings, you will constantly fall down, okay? I don't feel like eating sometimes. I don't feel like going to the gym. I don't feel like playing with Logan sometimes when I'm tired. But the why and the reason behind it and the emotion and what I want to achieve is stronger than the reason, okay? It's stronger than the feeling of not wanting to do it. So, yeah, we have to drop that story. We have to drop the feelings, because if you are all about your feelings, then that is one of the major things that you need to change, okay? Because feelings can be changed, emotions can be changed. But if every time you don't feel like doing something, you follow your feelings, it will never get done, okay? So be stronger than that. Plan better, schedule better. Don't just not eat every time you don't feel like eating, because that's like saying, well, every time I don't feel like training, I won't go to the gym. Every time I don't feel like doing my personal development, I won't do my personal development. Every time I don't feel like turning up and doing a Facebook Live at this time in the morning when I feel like utter crap, then I wouldn't do it, okay? And it wouldn't get done and my business wouldn't progress and I wouldn't be where I am now, okay? So you have to drop that a little bit. You can't be all about your feelings. So, SMART goals. Who knows what all the letters stand for in SMART goals? So we've got S-M-A-R-T, okay? So before you start any form of journey in mindset, relationship, career, business, fat loss, bodybuilding, whatever your thing is, whatever you want to achieve, okay? It is so important that we have a rock solid, nailed down, short-term and long-term vision of exactly what it is we want to achieve, okay? And this is what I discussed yesterday and why I'm doing it to help you guys, because many of you are just focused on the long term, okay? And that's when you end up living in the shit zone, because the long term is miles away, the present is here, there's a massive gap in between, which is where you're just going to have those feelings of self-limiting beliefs, lack of self-belief, and you're not going to focus on the present, and you're also not going to focus on how far you've come, okay? So let's start with the short-term goals first, okay? And these should be set out a minimum of on a monthly basis, okay? I actually set weekly ones, because if you don't, if I said, oh, I want to lose a stone by September for Mark's wedding, okay? That's miles away. One, the date's miles away. So I'll probably just piss around for the first 3 months because it's not important, because there's no urgency, okay? Again, it's the same in business, in earning. If I, I need to make this amount of money by March, then I might prat around until the beginning of March and just think I'll have an epic March, okay? So I need to break it down. How much do I need to make this week, next week, week after, into smaller goals to constantly be achieving and constantly be winning and constantly be moving forward in order to progress towards the goal, the small steps, okay? So the S is for specific. Now, in regards to you guys, any of you guys who missed out last night who are just tuning in, by the way, that pinned link is the link to sign up and still get £50 off, and it will be up until the end of this live. After that, it goes back to $199. S is for specific, so we don't need to know, I want to lose weight, okay? How much weight do you want to lose, and when do you want to lose it by, okay? Then we back it with the emotional part, which is the why. I want to lose X amount by this date because, okay? If there's not a because and it's not strong enough, the goal's irrelevant, okay? Because there's no emotional attachment to it. There has to be strong reasoning. Now, it also might be I want to look like this person. I would say that's a much better goal, to have a vision, okay? And that's the very first video of my Mindset Warrior course that my clients do, is your vision and your why, okay? So the clients get a picture of exactly how they want to look. They have their picture of how they look. They have the reason of why they want to look like that. And then we do the plan and the strategy in order to achieve that, broken down into weekly, shorter term goals, okay? So it might also be, this is a big thing as well. Do try and get rid of some of the solely vanity and weight-based goals, okay? Because they won't change every week. If you lost weight every week, then you would just get to your goal straight away, okay? If you got stronger every week, you'd be world's strongest man by the next 5 years. So it won't always progress every week, but again, this is why I break my goals down. So at the moment, I want to run 1.5 miles in less than 10 minutes, okay? That means me taking 55 seconds off. I want to bench press X amount by this date, and then I'll build up to it. I want to lose this amount of weight. I want to look like this person. I have a vision of exactly how I want my body to look. I know how I look now, and I know what work I need to do on a weekly basis in order to get towards that, okay? Not this big long period, because if it's too far away and the goal's too big, you will lose motivation. And that's what happened, and that's what people were talking about yesterday. That's why you keep getting started and then you keep stopping, because the goal's too big and it's too far away, okay? So the goal must be direct, it must be detailed, and it must be meaningful. The meaningful is the reason for wanting to achieve it, okay? Why do I want to look amazing and be the fittest person? Well, I want to be a leader to my clients. I want to be number one because that's important to me. When Logan grows up, I want him to be proud of how his dad looks, and I want to keep myself in amazing shape for my younger, far sexier fiance, so she doesn't run off and leave me for someone else, okay? Sounds stupid, isn't it? But who doesn't want to look good for their partners? I am partly joking saying that, but, that is a reason. That is a why. I want to feel confident on a holiday with my clothes off, okay? I want to feel confident having sex with my partner without being embarrassed about how I look. These are all whys, okay? But, again, your why is your why. So, the M is for measurable. So the goal must be quantifiable in order to be able to track and measure progress, because if we're not tracking and measuring progress, again, we're just drifting, okay? And when we don't know whether we're moving closer towards it, we could be moving further away from it, and we just don't know, okay? This is why I pull you guys down, and some of you send me messages saying, I've tried everything. And I say, well, are you tracking your calories and your exercise, calories in versus calories out, and how are you measuring your progress on a weekly basis? I'm not. Okay, so there you go. The 3 most basic things you need to do to get results, you're not doing, okay, which I will teach you to do. But you're telling me that you've tried everything, okay, and that nothing works for you. Drop the story, you're full of shit, okay? Now, just like food and exercise, progress must be measured as well. And we need to address these questions, So, again, it's down to what we want to do by what date, but then how are we going to measure it? And also, how will we know when it's accomplished? Okay, so we need to set those things down. Now, this is the other big one where you fall down, because the A in SMART goals, so we've got specific, attached to an emotion, measurable, so we're tracking progress, and then A is for achievable or attainable, dependent on where you look at it, okay? So, I want to look like The Rock in 6 months, okay? It's not achievable. Why? Well, I'm not willing to take performance-enhancing drugs for a start, okay? 2, it's just not achievable in that amount of time. 3, I don't have the same genetics, okay? 4, I haven't got as much time to spend in the gym as he has. So that is an example of a goal that's just not achievable. So again, guys, I appreciate it, and you need that long-term dream, okay? Like, ladies, thank me later, but if you go and check out a guy called Tom Coleman, he has what I would say is my dream body, okay? I would probably be another 6 to 10 years of weightlifting to look like him. And I'm never going to do that because I'm not willing to do that work. Why? Because I'm 40 years old and it's time for me to start looking after my body and not smashing it to pieces in the gym, okay? So it has to be achievable. It has to be attainable. Again, the vision is great. Ladies, some of you have done yours and you've posted pictures of like Lauren Drain or someone like that, or there's your picture and then there's the #1 fitness model in the world who's dedicated her entire life to looking like that. She's paid to look like that, okay? That's her job, to look like that. Again, it's not achievable, it's not attainable. It's good to have that drive, but think about what's attainable, and then we need to break it down into, well, what do I need to do to get there? But then what do I need to do today? Win, W-I-N. What's important now? What do I need to do today? What do I need to do this week? And what do I need to do this month? When I've got to the end of the month, I'll assess everything that's happened. I'll measure my progress. I'll assess my adherence and my levels and my happiness. And then I'll set new goals for the next month. And month by month, I will move closer. But if you're just drifting towards something that's 5 years ago, that is the #1 reason why you keep starting out on a plan and then quitting, okay? So we also need to obviously know the things of, the goals are, they're also going to be, there's going to be time constraints, there's going to be things on body type, as I said, available training time. So again, we need to be realistic about where we are, what we want to be, and can we do the things, and are we willing to do the things in order to be able to achieve it. Again, ladies, many of you are posting pictures of, you want to look like Kate, or you want to look like Nat, or you want to look like Jasmine. She does have the odd drink, if you check her Instagram, and Ellie. And again, these world's top fitness models. And again, don't be fooled by the pictures with the glasses of wine, okay? These guys will have a glass of wine. That's it, okay? They don't eat shit food. They eat good food, and they train relentlessly. So again, that goal's great, but you have to get a handle on. Let's say that you want to look like Ellie, one of my female clients, okay? Are you willing to do what Ellie does to look like that? Are you willing to lead that life? Are you willing to say no to wine, okay? Are you willing to control your diet and track your food and train hard in the gym 5 to 6 times a week? Because if you're not, then it's not a realistic or achievable goal for you, okay? So you need to think about that. This is what I want to be, and that's exactly what I said with Tom. I'm not willing to live the life that he leads, okay? He trains like an Olympian 5, 6, 7 times a week, okay? He's an absolute warrior. He will consume 5,000 to 6,000 calories per day. His life is dedicated to looking like that because that's how he makes his money, and I am not willing to do that. So it's an unrealistic goal for me to continue wanting to look like Tom. I hope that makes sense. Is this making sense, guys? Let me know. I guess what I really want to know is the bodies that you want. So again, many guys post pictures of the guys that they want to look like. What I want to know is do you believe you can look like that? And secondly, the question that I want you to answer is, this is what I kind of want. Drop me some comments, please. I want to know, are you aware of how hard the people that have the world's best physiques work? And are you willing to do that, okay? Are you willing to do that amount of training? Are you willing to give up the alcohol? Probably they might drink once a month at max, okay? Are you willing to give up the Mackie D's? Are you willing to give up the takeaways every Friday night? Are you willing to give up the weak-ass decisions when you can't just say no the first time one of your mates invites you to the bar, okay? And the only reason you will be able to is if the goal and the why is more important, okay? Because that's what makes you strong. So just drop me a hello, guys, if you're still here as well, because I'm going to ask you some questions at the end. I don't know what's happened with Facebook, but I can't see the names anymore until I go off of it. That's why I'm not calling anyone out. I can't figure out how to do it. So yeah, drop me some comments. Let me know it's making sense. Let me know it's helpful. I'm just going to rehash a little bit. So SMART, again, we're going to go with specific, measurable, achievable, or attainable. Now, the R is the one that I don't massively understand, if I'm honest with you. I do, but R is for relevant, okay? Yeah, that one's flashed up now, Kelly. That's it, Wicked. Just give us a morning. Thanks, guys. So R is about ensuring that your goals matter to you. So the R is kind of the why, but I see the why as within the specific bit as well. So, you know, they're a little bit skewiffed for them, but, you know, R is for relevant. And we need to make sure that our goals and our dreams, let's say, align with our other relevant goals and our other things in life. So again, you know, if it's about, I want to be a great parent and I want to run around and play rugby with Logan in 10, 15 years' time, I want to do that special forces thing that we're all going to do in May with Ollie Ollerton and Foxy. And is bodybuilding relevant to that? Is it going to fit in? Okay. Does a bodybuilding lifestyle fit in with being a good dad? In my opinion, unless you are professional, most probably not. Okay, because your whole life is going to be spent in the gym, doing cardio, eating about 5,000 calories a day. Personally, that doesn't work for me, okay? But again, that's what it has to be relevant to you and your life, okay? So, you know, a relevant goal, you should be able to answer yes to the following questions, okay? Is it worthwhile? Is it going to make you happy? Is it the right time? And are you the right person to reach that goal? Okay. And ladies, if you love a wine every week and you love a takeaway and you still want your girly nights out, all which can be included, but you want to look like a world-class fitness model, then it's probably you're not the right person, okay? Because they dedicate their entire lives towards that goal because it's more important than anything else in their life, okay? Very often their partners and their kids as well, which is why there's a lot of single bodybuilders. Michelle, SMART goals are done monthly and long-term, but I also set daily goals, okay? You guys know about, where's my iPad, okay? In the group, my iPad's gone dead. It's here, but it's got nothing on it. In the group, there's the high productivity daily planner. So again, I will set SMART goals for days, weeks, and months, okay? And the overall SMART goal, because there's nothing like that feeling, is there, of having 5 small goals today and ticking them off. So your 5 goals for today might be track all my food and stay within my calories, get my 10,000 steps in, text 5 people I love and tell them, show them that I appreciate them, okay? Spend some time, enough time with my son, and keep my screen time down to 3 hours, okay? That's 5 very life-changing goals, okay? And to tick them off at the end of the day and celebrate them is why we do the little tasks that we do in the group, which some of you guys know about. The daily planner has been a game changer for Kate because you're celebrating the little wins, okay? Whereas some of you are just sat all day saying things like, I'm stuck in a rut, okay? You're not stuck in a rut. You're sat on your fucking arse doing nothing. That's what you're doing. In the nicest possible way, okay? Because you haven't set those small goals for today. Because once you do, you will start moving forward and you won't be stuck in a rut. So pack it in with that bullshit story that you're telling yourself about how you're stuck and you can't change and you can't move forward, because you can. But 99 times out of 100, it's because you're looking at the big long-term outcome goal objective rather than the small tiny steps that you need to start nailing from today in order to start moving towards that and climbing the steps of the ladder, okay? So T is for, this is the one for me, 2 great books. I've not got hard copies of them to get them online to recommend. One is called The 12-Week Year. I think it's Tim Ferriss. And another one is The 4-Hour Week or The 4-Hour Working Day, okay? Now, this is huge for me. So every goal has to have a target date. It has to have a deadline and it has to have urgency, okay? Now, this might be to the end of today. I've got one urgent goal every single day, okay? 2, in fact, track all my food and get my steps in. That's it. That's all I'm worried about at the moment, that I have to do them every day and then I have to make myself accountable to the group. So that's a time-bound daily goal, okay? I then have weekly goals. I have a weekly earning goal that I work towards on a daily basis so that I know that if I start to get behind by Wednesday, I need to step my game up, okay? If that goal was monthly, then I might only realise that I'm a bit behind by the end of week 2.5, 3, at which point it's a mountain to overcome. Whereas if I'm doing it on a weekly basis, I can nail it a lot easier, okay? So it has to be time bound. We have to know, when do we want to achieve it by? You know, how do I want to achieve it? What am I willing to do in order to achieve it? And how am I going to know when I achieved it, which is the list and which is the tracking, okay? So those are the 5 steps of SMART goals, but I would set them daily because there's nothing better than setting small goals for every day, which is why we do the tasks. Those of you who don't know, the link is there if you do want to come on and join Unbreakable, which is my 8-week body and mind transformation course. There is still £50 off for about another 4 minutes. If you want to hit the link in the comments, I can see my computer, so I'll just post it in for you guys again, and you can come and join us. But a big thing we do in the group, what Kate's talking about, is every morning we have tasks to ensure that we start the day in the best mental and physical shape possible, and every evening we have a checklist so that we can check that we've done what we said we were going to do during the day. We find the positives, we celebrate the wins, we plan the next day, we get to bed, and that's it. For me, that is a goal. Completing each day as well as I physically can is a goal, okay? So guys, that's it. I am going to love you and leave you back again, as I said, 8 a.m. every morning for the next 365 days, okay? You will also be getting an email from me every day for the next 365 days, whether I feel like it or not. I'm pretty sure you can tell by the state of my face and my nose strips that I'm struggling today, okay? If it was all about my feelings, I didn't feel like doing this live this morning, okay? That is not going to progress my life anyway in any shape or form. I didn't feel like getting up and going and doing my steps in the snow. I did 8,000, okay? Drop the story. It's not all about your feelings. It's about the actions you take. So let's set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-based goals on a daily basis and take the action that goes towards achieving them. Have a wicked day, guys. I love you all. Bye.